Hey guys, I'm Janet on occasion, and today we are carrying on with our Bretonnia campaign with old Gooey Louie. And look at the cursor, alright, put it at the bottom so it's against the black so you can see it. Look at it not moving. Isn't that great? Isn't that wonderful? Did I get a new mouse? No, I didn't. So, I decided to try and fix my mouse, right? There's definitely no dust or anything in it. I checked very thoroughly, you know, blew into the mouse hole. That isn't a sentence that anyone should say. That does not sound healthy. Anyway, so I reset my computer, right, as well. Thought maybe just some weird technical thing, and then I realised on Windows my cursor wasn't moving at all. It was fine, just completely fine. Loaded up Warhammer and it started moving again. So crazy, right? Seems crazy. Turns out it was actually Steam realising that I'd loaded a game and then gone, oh, and I see you've also got a controller plugged in. So maybe you want to use that to play Total War. So it was actually the mouse input from the trackpad on my PlayStation 4 controller had a slight input pushing it to the right. And that was what was causing it. It was a PlayStation controller. So my mouse is fine. But all of that last episode, I was like, oh well, everything, you know, isn't it just so typical of stuff to break? Oh well, I'll deal with it. It's fine. We'll push on through. Yeah, stupid PlayStation control.
King Louen Leoncoeur.
Just ridiculous. It's so dumb. Just so silly. Absolutely ridiculous. So yeah. So there we go. So Fae Enchantress, we are still trying to win over. Obviously, we will eventually, once we've won over the elves, try and win her over, which will be another 12 turns. Hopefully she can hold out for that long. Until then, we're going to try and get some treasure. Well, we're going to try and replenish our boys. And then we'll get some treasure. And Shilfroy, possibly with the blessing of the king, or possibly just going out on a limb and causing a war at the border. Yeah, we're going to declare war on Marienburg again. And we're going to take the Gizero Gap, which is going to be a bit of a challenge, but, you know, should be fun. And then we're going to try and take Gors-Lenar now, and wipe out Emil von Corden. Wipe out them. But, of course, you know, merchants are welcome in Bretonnia, so long as they give us gifts. So maybe Emil will be fine at the end of the day. Maybe he'll do fine in the new Bretonnian lands. You know, maybe we'll give him a fiefdom to keep him happy, you know? I mean, he's not a nobleman. He doesn't know better. So anyway, let's crack on.
Will strike you down where you stand.
Or perhaps some pirates will declare war on us. So, hello, Dreadfleet. I don't think I'm ever going to go to Galleon's graveyard and shut him down. Because I think him just sending the occasional fleet towards us will be a nice source of chivalry. That, and I do like trying to defend Bretonnia from sort of external threats. It's fun.
King Leoncoeur. So, do you come to Bretonnia as friend or enemy?
That's what I want to know. Friend. Aw, friend. Trade friend. And now all the High Elves are going to love us because we have diplomats. One thing as well, which is interesting, is the overseas diplomacy. So the king knows that it cannot be Bretonnia alone which stems the tide of filth. Diplomats and envoys are required to broker alliances. It's not just diplomats and envoys, though. No, also entertainment. If you guys remember, Silostra, she was Bretonnian. She's a Bretonnian opera singer that was actually headed on her way to sing to Finnebar, you know, the Phoenix King. And the ship got waylaid. And then she decided to try and give Stromfels a good telling off. Basically going, how dare you throw a storm at me? Which I think is amazing. Trying to give a god a good telling off is amazing. And Stromfels thought that too. That's why she's now been resurrected and all the rest of it. It was Stromfels, the god of storms. So, yeah, cool. I think it's really cool. I love that as an origin story. But also it just shows that there are cultural exports, you know, with Bretonnia, which I think is very cool. Because, you know, noblemen, they love their opera. They do love their opera. They love the arts, you know. Although it didn't actually specify. I don't know if Silostra is... I mean, she must be connected to nobility. You know, to have the education to become an opera singer, you know. Can't be just some random peasant. No one will hear a peasant sing. Anyway, Knights of the Realm! Hello, Knights of the Realm. Once a knight-errant has proved himself worthy of his station, he is confirmed as a Knight of the Realm. Knights of the Realms make up the bulk of the nobility of Bretonnia and command great respect both from their station and for the deeds they have performed to reach it. Upon his investiture, the knight is given the responsibility of administrating a domain, generally a few acres of land, a village and a castle. As the common folk in the domain are bound up to the service of a knight to work his land and pay their taxes, so too does the knight swear fealty to the higher orders of nobility. So that would be to the Baron, I believe, is the next one up. Or is it? I think it's Baron. I think it's Baron. I think it's Knight, then Baron, then Duke, then King at the top, obviously. Anyway, so they swear their fealty to the higher orders of nobility. A Knight of the Realm is duty-bound to defend his people and his land until death. As a noble trained in the arts of battle, a knight is expected to defend himself and his domain against minor threats without assistance from others. If the situation is more desperate, the knight may either marshal the peasants of the village to fight with him, or instead shelter the commoners in his castle until help arrives from neighbouring domains. Above all, the knight is required to maintain the standards of knightly honour, obeying the strict tenets of Bretonnian chivalry. Amongst the most important of these is to respond to the call of war, when he will fight alongside other knights. Not as a rite of passage, as he did as a knight-errant, but as duty required by his station. For a knight there is no greater shame than to fail in these responsibilities, thus betraying the chivalric code. If he does so, he may be stripped of all titles and rights, and banished from the realm until he can prove himself once more. Cool, isn't it? I love how the tiers of knights in our military follow the same structure as, more and more sort of professional. So it follows the career, which I really like. Because I like that as a sort of distinction between the different sorts of knights. It's the different tiers of their career, which I think is pretty cool. So, you could just go from knight to then, like, baron or whatever. You could just go up sort of politically like that. But, obviously, you've got the Grail quest, which mixes things up, makes it a little different from the usual sort of feudal nonsense, You have these additional sort of side projects, which I think is really cool. I think it's really fun. Adds a lot of flavour. Let's go with, Devastating Charge. Why the heck not? Lovely. So one more turn and we'll have all of them. Now let's try and get Heraldry of Carcassonne done, and let's go to Diplomacy, where we can see if we can't win over these elves.
Impossible.
Oh.
Unlikely.
Alright. I guess not just yet. We need to wait a bit. Technology's gonna kick in a minute, I think. Yeah, it's trending upwards, but it's not up yet.
Honor is a virtue I respect. It is.
Well, though Eltharion sees the benefits.
In Father's name.
He clearly sees the benefits. Not like, God, who's in charge of Cathedral again? Sarah. Yeah, she doesn't seem that fussed. Nordland may want to trade now. We have been...
I will not obey.
Military access. Nothing. I mean, we are winning them over. They do like us quite a bit. I'm surprised they don't want to trade yet.
Yes.
Emil von Corden doesn't like us as much as he used to. Because we did have some agreements with him, and we were at war with the same people for a while. So, Not anymore, though. Not anymore. Poor guy. Okay, we can finally upgrade that. We can upgrade something in Bordelot as well. Oh, better wine. More wine, please. So, the finest Bretonnian wines can be found in the Bordelot Dukedom, and the finest grapes in the Morceau Valley. Or Morceau. Morceau? I think it's Morceau. But you never know. I mean, some people probably do. Oh, wait, no, one more turn. One more turn. I'm being impatient. I really want to go to sea. Also, I need to deal with these little sods. Because Noctilus and Katrina Dew may head to the Fey Enchantress's house and kick it in. Which is obviously a problem. But if they do that, I can go to Castle Carcassonne. Which might be a bit of a bother, actually, if these guys are going to attack. Because what might happen is Paravon take over Carcassonne.
By the light of the lady.
Oh, it's a problem. It's a problem. I really don't want the Fey Enchantress lost. That would be really annoying. She's a lot of fun.
King Louen Leoncoeur.
But I'm playing as Louen. Maybe I'll just have to do a Bordelot and a Carcassonne campaign, huh? I also have to do them afterwards.
I have seen your heart.
Be a lot of Bretonnia. Oh yeah, and Danette can head over there. Go on, Danette. Ah, grail reliquary. So, the Kingdom of Bretonnia. It has been known for desperate peasants to mistake gravely wounded knights for dead. Indeed, it does not stretch credibility to believe that more than a few Grail Knights could well have met their demise as a result of being crushed by scavenging pilgrims. To such a zealot, the most prized of all possessions of a Grail Knight is his body itself. In fact, many bands of pilgrims cart around a reliquary wherever they go, with the corpse of the departed knight resting at its centre. The outside of the reliquary is a gaudy melange, adorned with trinkets gathered from many Grail Knights across all corners of the realm. The pilgrims devote themselves to this construction, supplicating themselves before it, as if it were a living Grail Knight, praying for its blessings. To the pilgrims, the reliquary is a ultimate icon of their devotion to both the Lady of the Lake and her knights. Mobile shrines from which the chosen amongst them can preach their creed. There is never a shortage of listeners for these demagogues. For at each town or village, the common people would flock to the reliquary so that they might hear, in graphic detail, the latest tales and deeds of the heroic knight who unintentionally leads the procession. These gatherings can often turn ugly, the fanatical zeal of the pilgrims exploding into violence that the local militias can have difficulty containing. Such outbreaks are always short-lived, subsiding instantly at the command of a Grail Knight, the pilgrims collapsing into rapture at the thought of actually having been noticed by their idol. Often, peasants in the crowd will choose to join the ragtag band of pilgrims, drawn by promises of salvation and the blessing of the lady. Others are drafted into the ranks through threats and near blackmail. Through threats and near blackmail. It's just, there seems to be a space between the hyphen and the... Anyway, and near blackmail, generously being offered an opportunity to earn their redemption of the lady for crimes and misdeeds that are sometimes real, but more usually invented by the fanatical preachers who are ever eager to expand their flock through any means. So there we go. Yeah, we have that now. Isn't that wonderful? It's the Grail Reliquary it's the corpse of a Grail Knight. So the interred remains of knights are defended violently by those whose existence gives them purpose. So it kind of makes sense though. So they do have an aura. You can see the icon of devotion as leadership and immune psychology, because they feel protected by it, which I think is rather fun. Also, blessing of the lady for Chilfroy's army, apparently. That's fun. Huh. Good for them. But yeah, it does kind of make sense. The body is still potentially magic. It's not necessarily just a sort of... what's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? Placebo. It's not necessarily just a placebo effect, them thinking that it's powerful. The body is still sort of magical. It's still a sort of magical artifact, which I think is rather interesting. So, I am a bit concerned about what Noctilus may have here.
Who calls?
I am a little concerned.
Wishes the grail.
And how far can he get? Like, fairly far. I might... can't really go for the treasure. And I'm going to have attrition if I'm sat here. I really don't know what to do about this. I really don't.
Don't be a fool.
Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for this treasure.
Chosen.
We're still getting some replenishment because we're in friendly waters. Well, okay, foe in battle. Interesting. The Risen Isle. As you make your way across the sea, the ocean mists suddenly part to reveal an island which, by all accounts, is uncharted even by the great map writer himself. High spars of rock jut from sea like spikes in a trap that has ensnared some prey. Indeed, a wrecked ship lies impaled on the small island's coastline. Its crew seem to have moved into the interior, along with any valuables that may have been on board. A perilous island it may appear to be, but the shipwreck might have once carried a lucrative cargo. And yeah, it looks like this is going to be super easy, though I feel like I probably should fight it, because we've got some bad news nearby. You know what, I'm just going to auto-resolve and hope for the best. We did lose more peasants than I would have liked. Definitely lost more than I would have liked. But we're going to execute the captives. And we are over 900 chivalry now, which is nice. So, I want bulwarks there and there. Start digging. So, confident defender now. Extra chivalry. So, good job, Louis. Good job. And our vow's been completed, because we did a fight at sea. So, Archie has finished his vows. Having completed their current vow, this character may now go on to make a new pledge towards their next one. No, they can't. They're done. He's done all of them. Also, the Risen Isle. Before you can set foot upon the island, you are set upon by a vampire admiral who had arrived there just before you and was bolstering his forces with the reanimated corpses of the shipwrecked dead rotting amongst the rocks. It's a big sentence. It's a long sentence. After defeating the undead freebooters, you looted the vampire's moored galleon before claiming all the salvage on the island for yourself, which is a crown of command, which I'm never that fussed about, because I find if... I don't know, I never think, oh, I hope that thing with low leadership doesn't break, I better quickly make it unbreakable. I'm happy for them to run away. It stops me having to recruit a new one. You know, unbreakable stuff just gets killed if it's losing. So, income from all buildings. Ooh. Well, materials at sea certainly helped. During your antics on the high seas, you acquired a bounty of lumber that will enable the rapid construction of buildings when returned to port. Wonderful. Love it. And you've got to level up. Alright, Mary Satus. Let's get you something. Curse the Midnight Wind. I'll probably get some of these auras as well, though. Oh god, I forgot about that. Aura of the Lady. I always just see these with the shields and just think it's, oh yeah, missile resist or magic resist, fine. But no, Aura of the Lady actually gives magic resist to people nearby. So that would help buff our army. So I should actually get that. I should get that next level.
By the light of the lady.
Yeah, definitely should. Okay, Louis. I guess you're just going to chill there for a bit. It's fine. Maybe you could go a little closer. Maybe Katarina Drew will decide to attack us, and Noctilus will go into March stance, making his entire army tired. But really, I'm just trying to keep the Fey Enchantress alive. But this is going to be risky. It's going to be risky, guys. It's going to be risky. Very, very risky. Chilfroy has actually finished his army, so I can declare war on some mortals. That would be fun. I feel kind of bad. I do enjoy the sort of the roller coaster relationship we have had with Emil von Corden. You know, he hated us, then he liked us. Now he doesn't like us quite so much because we broke a deal. You know, merchants don't like it when you break a deal.
Let the supplicant come forward.
Alright, supplicant. What have you got for me? Military access? Yeah, that sounds good. I'm cool with that. Alright. I have no idea where Noctilus has gone. I think he sailed off the other way. That does mean Katarina Drew is vulnerable, and there is some good treasure kicking about. So maybe
King
Lewin's just going to go treasure hunting for a bit. I mean, it is getting us chivalry, because we're doing fights, so, you know. Ah, I can't quite reach him. Which is a problem, because they could easily take Brion. So I guess I just need to go to Brion, and we'll see. We'll see where she goes.
Can't be done.
Damn it, Katarina Drew.
King of Bretonnia.
Anyway, so there's been an earthquake somewhere. Oh, not yet. Or have they? They've done the scheme, so they have the Doom Engineer, but they haven't. It's weird that it tells you that. Like, I don't care. The right isn't useful, and I shouldn't know about it. I shouldn't know about the right. I should know about the earthquake, and that's more dramatic than being told that maybe an earthquake is coming. You know, it's a bit silly. And you don't hear about the earthquake. So, oh, we're on 25 out. I didn't know that. It's only. I thought we were on. I'm confused. Oh, it's because this is the grail reliquary is a peasant. That counts as a peasant unit. That's why. But yeah, our peasant economy, we're 1 over, which is fine. Just 1 over. Really, it's minus 4%. It's not terrible. We are earning a lot of money currently. So much so that I'm about to get some questing nights for good old Ombre du Bois. Might as well, eh? Might as well. Get some recruited. So I think I'll get a bunch of battle pilgrims as well for them. For this army at some point. But again, they do count as peasants, which is very sad. Do foot squires count as peasants? I'm pretty sure for a while they didn't. Okay, they do. They do. I think for a while they didn't count as peasants, and it sort of broke the peasant economy, because you could just... The peasant economy was basically just your allowance of archers. Which was, you know, great, but also a bit silly, you know? Because peasant archers are great, but just a bunch of peasant archers and then foot squires in front of them, and yeah, great. Alright, I'm sorry, mate. I'm sorry, buddy. You know, Leoness, you just... handle your business, alright? We'll handle ours.
Attack!
Attack! Although we will be absorbing Lyonesse into our realms soon, because Lyonesse is on the way to Carcassonne. So Rudy Van Gorst. So this will actually be quite a challenge, because this stuff is scary, and we don't have any flying units right now. We do have a bunch of flocks of doom, but they don't quite count. Also, Chilfroy is just on a stupid horse, like an idiot. It's not on a hippogriff, like a real boy. What a loser. I'm being a little bit harsh on poor Chilfroy. I'm sure he's doing his best. He's not, though, is he? He sucks. He's not even on a hippogriff. Pathetic. Stupid Chilfroy. So, yeah, this will be a challenge, for sure. That should be fun. Okay, so, boopity boopity boop. Boop, boop. So, what is a bit scary is that the knights are going to get shredded by cannon fire. How great to just, like, a load of knights look. Just have a load of knights together. They look amazing. I say, Bretonnian knights are the coolest looking knights. They are just the coolest looking knights. Just a huge amount of colours, you know? They look amazing. You know, they're all wearing the colours of their family. Or of their land. You know, whatever. It's great. They look really cool. Because, yeah, Imperial Knights and everything, they just all wear the same stuff. They all have a uniform, essentially. Like, they represent the Knight's chapter, so... You know, they all look the same.
Ready to fire!
But these guys, no, they got to proudly wear the colours of their... of who they represent. Okay, so... I guess what I'll do is put them with the grail reliquary. And perhaps they could... These guys could go for the walls, along with Chilfroy. Although maybe these guys should actually... I think I'll have them actually climb the walls. I'll just have some spearmen go this way, because there's probably going to be more crossbowmen on the walls in the middle there than elsewhere. So we'll do that maybe. And these guys can climb up over here. So I've got some armor piercing up there, you know. Already with the cannonballs coming in and doing some pretty substantial work there, actually. Surprising. And these guys... Dunno. We are going to lose a bunch. We're going to lose a bunch of health to all those towers, so I think they might have to charge in. Oh, I'll tell you what. You guys climb up. Try and shut them down. We have suffered some damage on old Chilfroy, of course. That's fine. Ish. It's kind of fine. Sort of. Are you all shooting? Are you shooting? I can't tell if you're shooting. Are you shooting? You're all shooting. We're all shooting. Getting the halberdiers. Doing good. We're doing good. And wow, those swordsmen are getting absolutely wrecked. Maybe go for them instead, though.
We fight for Bretonnia! For the king!
Cool. And we're in.
You require magic?
And oh, good. Yes, hit all these guys. Nice.
I call thee forth.
It's gonna take us forever. You know what, I'm actually gonna come over here, because all of these archers are gonna get pinned down by the spearmen at arms. Whereas this lot, they might be here for a while, so helping whittle them down with Flock of Doom would help us a huge amount.
We serve the king!
Alright.
Clear out!
And continue to move forwards, and we'll just get one big volley at a time into, you know, say the backs of these swordsmen or something. That'd be good. In fact, let's go ahead and do one of those now. And let's get a close-up. Because it's something I need to remember to do more often. Nice. That looks incredibly painful. Oh, that's half the unit. Not in terms of models, but in terms of their health pool, that's half the unit already. And these guys are just sat here. What are you doing here? Okay, in that case, let's start shooting these great swords. I mean, this tower's probably going to get in the way of most hits, but I don't care. We can hit these guys. Oh, they've moved. That's actually a big old pity. Yeah, they're all trying to move now. It's a shame. Alright, everyone shoot those halberdiers. And, oh my word, how'd you get so injured? Ooh, that's good. There we are. Lovely. Lovely stuff. So how are we doing on the gates? Pretty good, actually. I mean, the mortars are doing a number on us, but... Nah, we're doing okay. And, yeah, doing a number on the halberdiers. Wonderful. Let's move forward, see if we can get some damage into the Empire Knights. Or even these other crossbowmen would be good. It all helps. It all helps, you know. Actually, these guys aren't getting shot at, so I'm just going to leave them. Ow. These towers are... They're very rude. Very rude. Alright, you attack them. You lot are doing great. Go attack Rudy, please. And should be a bunch of arrow fire coming in here.
That's dinted your armor.
Nice. Definitely dinted your armor. Here we go. Ah, tremendous.
Death to the enemy.
Good stuff. Alright, now the mortars are having a go. Let's continue. And you lot, turn about, go for those great swords, please. And I suppose I'll hit these guys with another Block of Doom. It all helps. If we have a look at Denet, he's done, yeah, 3,200 damage, 3,400. It's a pretty good amount of damage. If you compare that to, say, these men-at-arms, they've done 1,900. So, you know. Spellcasters definitely help out. Also, let's give Wissen's Wild Form to these men-at-arms. So extra armor and base weapon damage should help against this lot.
Peasant bowmen. Sons of Bretonnia.
Oh, we're in a bit of a bind here, but I think we'll be okay. And yep, let's lower their stats. Okay, 1 unit of knights. I'm going to try and pull out and around. I'm going to keep clicking because knights have a habit of getting a bit stuck on things. And yeah, it looks like our spearman at arms are having a bit of trouble. Okay, I'll try and push up that slope, please. Alright, they're all struggling. Wonderful. Alright, you go climb up that way. Good boys. So yeah, let's charge into these crossbowmen and then I'm going to charge downhill to the rest. Because I'm pretty sure those cannons are going to be making short work of us. I'd be very surprised. Yeah, great cannons are shooting straight down here. It's absolutely brutal. Alright, charge those halberdiers. Keeps you busy while you're being pulled out of this combat. Okay, good. Okay, good. You charge back down there. Yeah, you guys done a good job. Wonderful. You know what? Screw it. You're going for the great cannon. Right, get there in a hurry, alright? Gotta get there yesterday. Okay, come on. Kill Rudy. Kill Rudy. Cannons are so unchivalrous. So unchivalrous. Yeah, 100 kills, the great cannons. A ludicrous amount of that has been knights. In fact, let's have a look. 7,100 damage. Compared to like the... Oh, 7,800 damage. Wow, mortars have done well. Mortars have done better than I thought they had. A lot better. How about that? Come on, guys. You got anti-large. Like, you should be fine here.
Grail relief.
That's not how that works, but, you know. Oh, good. Here we go. That should help. Are we there yet? Almost. Almost. Come on. Come on, guys. Chivalrously butcher all these cads. Boop. Oh, there he goes. Excellent. Alright, let's try and get wrapped up in all of the artillery. Excellent. Wonderful. That's going to be army losses. Tragic. Nice. So there we go. We now have control of the fort. Pyrrhic victory. Alright, there goes Rudy van Gorst. There he goes. Could sack it, but we don't need the money. We are rolling in money right now. Ooh, glittering scales. I do quite like glittering scales, actually. And I think I can give that to Danetta the Braid, because Yeah, a bit of extra melee defense and things is nice, but those debuffs of melee attack is good. That'll help. You know, if she's hanging out with the front lines and the front lines are under heavy assault, it would be nice just to sort of limit their ability to be murdered. Also, Talisman of Endurance would keep her going a lot longer too. Don't really need the missile resist. Speed of Lycos might be fun, but... let's give her a Hedge Wedge as well. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to give her the Talisman of Endurance. I think that's a bit much. Bit much for her, I think. But Chilfroy in the Opal Amulet is quite nice. But I think just a constant ward save is better than one that lasts 22 seconds. So I'm going to do that. Cool. Alright. Good stuff.
My reputation precedes me.
What next? So
Blessings
I guess
of the Lady Leopold.
next on the agenda is to do absolutely nothing, because we have nothing else to build. Is that correct? That does appear to be the crux of it. And we do have the growth one. God, it's just taking ages. It's taking so long to get these leveled up, you know? Just our growth is not as good as it could be. But, I don't know, I feel like we're doing quite a lot. I guess not everything. I mean, we got, like, tailors here. When we could have had, more farms. Which would actually earn us more money. It would actually give us more money, so there is that. Do I want to build more? Do I want to replace these with farms? I like the idea of having some industry in Carcassonne instead of just more farmland. But this is lovely verdant farmland, so, you know. I am tempted, but it would take a long time to build back up. But we will want to get to tier 5 at some point, you know? And I think we need more water wheels for that. And probably a pox house or whatever, pox shelter as well. We do need more of these. Which, of course, we don't have over here. But we do have the port for growth in the Bretonnian fishing village, so, you know, fishing harbour, rather. I am very tempted. I might get rid of this. We have so much money right now, I don't really care that it's broken. We will be missing out on the additional ammunition when under siege and the additional campaign movement range for people starting here, but I don't think that really matters. I think we need to get rid of the industry and go for more farming. I know, we could have just done that from the beginning, but I kind of like the idea of being able to move more swiftly at the start, seeing as we're running up and down with different rebellions. That extra 15% was the difference between reaching an area to reinforce and not reaching an area to reinforce. So it did have its uses. Now, though, all these areas can pretty much look after themselves. We'll go growth with Peasant's Duty, I think. Although extra research rate would be quite nice. But it would be nice to actually level this up, so yeah, we'll go with growth for now. We'll go with growth. Let's carry on. And this is what I was worried about.
You seek the lady?
So that's where Noctilus went. Noctilus landed. That's why I couldn't see him. Because I had eyes on the water, but not on the land. So that's where he went. How could I do this now? Katarina Jew would actually be a threat to all of this territory.
We have met before.
Never.
Also, there's more undead that we need to deal with, really.
Protector of the realm.
Alright, Protector of the Realm.
You honor me.
Okay, let's have a look. God, so many unique buildings here as well. The Abbey of the Grail Companions and the Caron Tournament Grounds. Which, wow, that gets us a grand per turn. That's obscene. And we're getting plus 50% just because of these buildings add to it, right? Yeah, it gives plus 50% income. Right now we're only on a bonus of 40%. And 20% for all regions nearby.
My reputation.
And then this one is what, plus 10% nearby? Oh, no, it isn't. Oh. I thought Marienburg did that. I thought Marienburg gave bonus income for nearby provinces. Apparently not, somehow. I don't know what's giving the bonus income. Whatever. Is something up here? I mean, that's giving plus 10%. The materials at sea. Maybe that's got something to do with it. Don't know. Never mind. Either way, that's fine.
Sorceress.
Money, money, money. It's all good. So, fields. Lovely. So, what I could do... so that's going to be plus 10 growth. And that is yeah, we can get to plus 30 there, but I will be missing out on the income. But it will mean I'll be able to upgrade this place quicker. I think I might... Ooh, actually, come to think of it, are there any other buildings I need to build? Okay, I need to plan this. I need to plan. So there's 2 additional buildings that I'll be building. I also think I need to get the smithy. And the armory, I think would be good to get here. And that would be all 3 other buildings. So I guess not the armory. I guess we just don't bother with this. Even though it does give us bonuses for armor, for defending armies. But I guess who cares about that? We'll just deal with it. We'll just suck it up. So we got the Abbey, the Grail Companions, the Carcassonne tournament grounds. We can continue to level up the Royal Barracks. Actually, we could do away with the Royal Barracks, honestly. Because the neighbouring territory is giving, has a barracks. And obviously we don't need to build 2 unique buildings in that territory. So actually we could do away with the barracks and go with the pox shelter. So we could do that. Because Gizero and Artois, we could just build up there. And I think that would do as good a job, honestly. I think that would do great. So yeah, I think that's how we're going to play this. This place not very happy. Not very happy right now. Because of faction, apparently. What does that mean? What does it mean, faction minus 12? What do you mean, game? What do you mean? Oh, we should be more specific about these things. It's just not very specific. Okay, so Caron. Yeah, we're going to go with the pox shelter so we can get more growth, so hopefully we can build this up a little bit quicker. So we will be missing out on being able to upgrade the fields. Okay, see, now I wonder how many turns we'd be saving, because I will eventually be able to get to plus 10. Oh, but I can get to plus 30, so I'm going to go with the pox shelter. Okay, that's my final word on this matter. That's my final word. Oh, but we do need to go and help the Fae Enchantress now. So what we're going to do is, yeah, I'm just going to get as close as possible. So Noctilus will definitely spot us, and he might go, oh no, and run away. I mean, probably not, but you never know. Although also, like, Bill Barley doesn't have a lot going on, so... Wow, that is a stupid-looking army, but also kind of frightening. Yeah, what a weird army. Fun, though. And Noctilus has speed 38, which makes me assume he's still on foot. So that's good. And Katarina Drew might go ahead and destroy Brion, but we'll see, I guess. I think losing Brion is better than losing the Fae Enchantress forever, but we may lose both. So, there is that. There is that. Though, once Brion is destroyed, if it gets destroyed, if Count Noctilus doesn't get spooked, then we can run to Castle Carcassonne and reawaken the Fae Enchantress. Hopefully. Hopefully. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. What are you doing here, mate? Oh, he's becoming all-powerful, apparently. Which, I can't knock it. I mean, we all have dreams. We all have dreams. Also, we will be able to get Lyonesse confederated next turn, so that's good.
Let the supplicant come forward.
Military access. Yeah, cool. She's seen us coming, and she's invited us to step on her territory, which I'm fine with. Sounds good.
Do you know who I am?
And the Heraldry of Lyonesse. The Heraldry of Lyonesse was originally adopted by Terulf, the most devoted of Gilles le Breton's Grail companions. In the years before the Great Battles, Terulf of Lyonesse married Gilles' sister and became his brother-in-law's most trusted friend. He would later be one of the 2 companions blessed by the lady alongside Gilles himself. Going on to fight victoriously in all 12 of the Grail battles with, of the Great Battles with him. Lyonesse's lion symbol represents Terulf's courageous nature in battle, and also the beast that he and his brother are said to have miraculously slain as children. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll confederate. We'll appease the lords with some gold. That always cheers them right up. Although I do like the idea of doing nothing. They'll just love us. We can keep the military alliance, and we get some chivalry for letting the lords be the lords, you know. So, questing nice. Brilliant. We got some more flavor text. Cool. Since the days of Gilles the Uniter, the Grail has been the ultimate symbol of Bretonnian chivalry, and the ultimate goal of any true knight. A knight who begins a quest for the Grail relinquishes all his worldly possessions and all ties to his domain. Setting aside his lance, he instates another knight to fulfill his duties of administration and protection, prior to setting out upon the quest. The following months and years of the knight's life are filled with trials and hardships that strengthen his mind, body and soul. The path of a questing knight is a winding one, for they are pledged to never sleep 2 nights in the same place and never to yield in their search while they yet draw breath. Questing knights live a solitary existence, the Lady of the Lake their only companion. Driven by visions of the Lady and the Grail, a knight may travel for countless leagues. The quest for the Grail knows no physical boundaries, and it is common for a questing knight to travel far beyond his domain and often beyond the realm of Bretonnia itself. As he searches, the knight strives to prove himself to the lady, performing good deeds, slaying foul beasts, entering into single combat with great and terrible foes, or through valour on the field of battle. Throughout all, the quest is always foremost in the knight's mind, daring to hope that one day his efforts will be rewarded with a sight of the Grail. Few questing knights ever achieve this honour. Many are slain in combat and with mighty and fearsome foes. Others live their whole lives without sight of the Grail, their souls in constant yearning for it. Brayherds come. That's great, because that might be the beastmen that we're at war with. At least we've secured Lyonesse. So that's something. And we're still earning money. So Adelhard, still chilling. But that has upset our peasant economy a bit. So let's see if we can't remedy that a tad. I'm going to keep those foot squires though, because they seem fun. And onto you, noble knight. So what's your thing? You got cows, that's good. And a tavern to keep everyone happy. Which is actually handy, because corruption's still a bit high. Though that is going down. Alright, that's not so bad. Yeah, we'll slowly build that up. Yeah, we've got pretty good growth here. So it won't take too long to be able to continue upgrading this area. So, cool. Not a great garrison, Lyonesse, though. Not a great garrison. I'll say that much. How about Artois? Yeah, not a great garrison in Artois either. Ideally, we might need to build some walls here. Because we don't have to do that in Carcassonne, do we? Because it's a, it's a major city, so they don't bother making you have to do that. Okay, Donets of the Bread. Let's get you better Flock of Doom, so we can spam that more. Because I do like spamming Flock of Doom.
I cannot.
Okay. So amazingly, Noctilus did back off. So that's pretty great. It's pretty good that he did, but sadly, Katrina Dew didn't.
That is forbidden.
It is forbidden. Alright, what we're going to do is we are going to get Byron of the Flame back in action. Okay, we're going to get him back. And, would you get Prophetess? Nah, we'll get Byron of the Flame. We've already got this lad here, right? We're going to get him, and we're going to recruit the Regiment of Renown, which we can now read about. Isn't that fun? So, the Companions of Quenelle are a deadly force of questing knights protected from the dangers of fire and flame by the divine blessing of the Lady. Which seems sort of unusual, the fact they got the blessing of the Lady, but they haven't completed their quest yet, which is sort of, they're trying to get the blessing. That's kind of what the Grail is general. Anyway, whatever. Countless forays into the ever-dangerous realm of the Fae, bordering their homeland, has honed these knights' skills, making them fearsome warriors indeed. During the Battle of La Mazantal, the companions charged into the near-victorious undead army, striking the wights of Stonewraith Tarn like a battering ram. Lances thrust forward, swords hacked down, and ancient bones were trampled beneath iron-shod hooves. The banner of Stonewraith fell into the mud as the wight bearing it was torn from its feet by Leon of Toular's lance. And the companions of Quenelle spurred deeper into the mass of unliving bodies. Up and down the battlefield, those Bretonians still fighting saw the companions' banner pierce the enemy ranks and felt hope rekindle, surging forward to join the knights and win the day. During the siege of Averheim, the companions fought atop the walls alongside men of the Empire and the stout dwarfs of Carcassonne. The walls were beset by an endless tide of skull reapers of Khorne. Against those foes, no other defender could hope to face them, and the Imperials were cut down. Only where the dwarf slayers and the noble companions fought did the onslaught slow. It was during this lengthy siege that the companions suffered their most notable loss, the aging Grail Knight hero, Calard of Garamont, falling down against innumerable hordes, a sword in his hand and a curse on his lips. So sadly, these last bits are from the end times, which is a completely different history. So, you know, we can just ignore that completely. But, yeah, pretty cool stuff. The battle at Le Mazental Abbey. The Le Mazental Abbey is actually on the map, I believe. It is this here. That's it there. And it's actually Heinrich Kemmler, who of course was in Blackstone Post before he finally got defeated by the dwarfs. That's unusual to see the dwarfs actually win this war. They really don't usually, so that's interesting. But yeah, it was Heinrich Kemmler. That's why they put him in Bretonnia, rather than Vampire Count territory. That's why they moved him over here. It's because he's been a menace to Bretonnia for a long time. It's about, I think, 15, 20 years before this game starts, I think. It's before the turn of the century that this got attacked. And yeah, we're in anywhere between 2505 and 2520, something like that. So, yeah, that's a thing. Anyway, Defenders of the Fleur-de-Lis. The symbol of the Fleur-de-Lis is carried by most noble... can't speak. Come on, face. Do words good. Brilliant. So, the symbol of the Fleur-de-Lis is carried by most nobles in some form or other, both knight and lady, whether it is worn as a silver pendant around the neck, engraved on a knight's armour, or woven into a maiden's undergarments as a symbol of her chastity. It is a symbol of ancient and holy significance. It is said to represent the lily, the sacred flower of Bretonnia. In the old tales, hundreds of these lilies reputedly burst into flower under the full silver moon when the Lady of the Lake first appeared to Gilles le Breton. In the age of heroes long past, the Defenders of the Fleur-de-Lis are the personification of purity and devotion, striving to become the most honourable knight of the realm. When the sacred lilies are found, the defenders ride out with the Fey Enchantress, who has been known to use lilies in her spellcraft. Powerful magic wells up at places sacred to the Lady of the Lake, with the energy being drawn up through the roots of these mystical lilies. The Enchantress can make them into potions, entwine them around wands, or simply wear them as floral diadems. So the interesting thing with that, I wonder, is that an extension of the world roots? Is that Athaloran, you know, using its influence, and the lilies are there as a boon to Bretonnia? You know, is that an option? I think it could be the case. Why not, eh? Why not? So, we're going to end it here, guys. I've already gone on a bit longer, because, well, we had a lot to read, didn't we? But it looks like we've managed to save the Fey Enchantress. Defenders of the Fleur-de-Lis will be happy. So, guys, if you enjoyed this, please do comment, like, and subscribe. And, oh yeah, the double divvy thing with Nexus. Nexus.gg/Janet. That's over, but thank you to everyone who bought a game. I haven't even put episode 1 of this series up, and I'm seeing a few come in, just from mentions in some of the Warhammer 3 coverage. So I just want to say thank you now, although it's a long time from now. You know, you'll see this in like 9 days' time or something. But regardless, thank you. I'm sure some other of you lot have chipped in, and it really has helped a heck of a lot. It's my ad revenue is way down, obviously, just because of the time that I've missed, and even being back on YouTube and making content again, the way YouTube works and the algorithm, just so many people that would have been watching the videos have never seen them. Like, you just don't see them, because YouTube just thinks, oh, yeah, okay, no point sending out notifications, because that content's not being watched anymore. But there's no content to watch, so it's a really annoying thing. But anyway, the double divvy thing has ended, but of course, keep it in mind if you are still in the market for any games, be sure to check it out. It is a big help, so thank you to all of you. And I hope you're enjoying this series too. I'm enjoying it a lot. I really like Bretonnia. This has been long overdue, I think. So yeah, comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day, guys.